Alright, ladies and gents, let's get this started. Now, for those of you that are new to the guitar, I'll show you the basic workings of the guitar and what the heck I'm going to be telling you to do. Now, on the bottom, the highest pitch string is the first string. Then you have the second, the third, the fourth, fifth, and finally the sixth string. Now, these little box things here, I'll call it frets. So, let's show you the first chord. Now, the first thing you have to do is you take your index finger and you have to bar the fifth string, or the fifth fret of the bottom of three strings. Now, it's a little tough to bar, and it's going to take some practice, but you can do it, because I believe in you. So it looks a little something like this. Now, then you take your ring finger and put it on the 7th fret of the 4th string. So you've got the chord that sounds pretty like sounds like love. Alright, and then you play them one at a time. So you got a little something like. Does that sound familiar? It should. It's beginning to a great rock song. Now, the next thing you do is you take your ring finger, take it off the 4th string, and put it on the 7th fret of the 1st string. So you got something like. And then you put your pinky on the 8th fret of the 1st string. So far you've got. And then you make a D chord. Now how I make this bad boy is you take your middle finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. You take your ring finger and put it on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And you take your index finger and put it on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Then you have 4th string be open, and you don't play the 5th or 6th string. So it sounds something like. Oh yeah. So, how you play that is you go. Move to the D string, or D chord. And then you play this little abbreviated chord. You'll put your index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and you put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. So you go. So you've got, so far, the first part. Let's see if you've caught up, let's see if you're listening, paying attention, caring, learning. It goes like this. It doesn't go like that at all. If it goes like that, you're doing something terribly wrong, like I just did. Please don't judge me. I have feelings. They hurt. Anyway, so far we've got. How you do that is you put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then you play an A minor chord, which has your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then your index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, which goes like that. So the little ending part goes. And then to kind of interlude, you hit the 5th string open, and then play the 8th fret and the 7th fret. So the last part goes. Then you repeat that again. here's the next part, which is slightly harder, but it sounds just as awesome. So then, you play the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then put your ring finger on the 3rd fret, so it starts off like, and then you play a C chord, which has your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then 3rd string's open, and then your index finger is on the 1st string of the 2nd, or the 1st fret of the 2nd string, which sounds like this. So that part starts off as, then you play that D chord I showed you, then that abbreviated chord, and then you kind of hammer on, which means you play the 2nd string open, and then put your 1st finger onto the 1st fret after you pluck it. So it sounds like. And then you put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, like we did in the beginning. So far, we've got then you go back to the C chord, then back to the D chord, that's right. Now, if you were able to follow that, then you are a genius, because that was tough. But if you did, congratulate yourself, you are awesome. And also, I messed up a lot, but I decided to keep this raw and keep going and just talk to you from the heart. So, if you'd like to see the final product and how to use it to successfully show someone your awesome greatness and rock skills, watch the next video on the next page. Thank you for listening. This is Josh Preston, and you're beautiful.